Jamaat-e-Islami Hind and ISI, clearly it looks still to mention at this point of time that how the situation will unfold in Bangladesh after the presidential election. That's it.
All right, Anand, thanks for joining me. Now, according to a report by HSBC Asset Management, 2025 is likely to be remembered as a tariff-ied one from a global trade and economic perspective, while 2026 may emerge as a crucial year of transition. The report stated that 2025 marks a decisive shift towards higher tariffs and disrupted global supply chains, with countries adjusting to a new trade environment shaped by geopolitical developments. It's noted that 2026 may be the first full year in which nations begin navigating the realities of a tariff-heavy global system. At present, the average effective tariff rate worldwide stands at 14%. And I have Mithali Nikori, economist, joining me on the broadcast. Mithali, welcome. And how do you see this?
So I think for 2025, the theme really has been, will there be tariff or won't there be tariff? Because I think when we looked at the announcements that first came in April, I think the whole world was in a sense taken by shock that we are moving away from this rules-based trading system that we had created. But today we know that tariffs are inevitable. Some amount of tariff is going to be placed by the US on XYZ country. I think the worry for the entire world today is what happens if other countries start following in the footsteps of the US. Today it's only the US that they have to negotiate with, that they have to deal with, and they have to apply bilateral tariffs. But what happens if other countries also start applying tariffs, and then you have to have bilateral trade agreements with so many countries? So I think it's a breakdown in a sense of the rules-based trading order, and it is very critical now for certain countries like India, China, Russia, and a lot of the countries that came together during the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit to come forward and say, no, we reject this tariff-based regime and we want to preserve the rules-based trading order.
Mithali, now, why does the report describe the shift towards higher tariffs as decisive rather than temporary?
Well, first is, of course, because of the political direction that it's taking. If you look at the speeches that President Trump has been making across the board in the US, it's very, he's saying it on every speech that I will cut income taxes because I have earned so much out of tariffs. So that direct correlation that he's making for the American people between increasing revenues from tariffs and cutting income taxes is something that is sticking in the voters' mind. So it creates that political push. But in reality, even people are observing that tariffs are feeding into food prices, into grocery prices, into prices of everyday goods, and inching inflation up. So while that is not missed for many people, there are others who are in his base who are falling for this narrative of tariffs increase government revenue and therefore we can cut income taxes.
All right, Mithali, thanks for joining me on the broadcast. And with that, we're slipping into a short commercial break. We'll see you on the other side.